Okay, so you want to add a bathroom to your house. I want to make a short video that lets you know all the big picture things to keep in mind and to do to successfully add a bathroom in your house, because it's a big project and you need to start somewhere. So there are a couple main things you need to think about. One, plumbing, obviously. You need drains, but you also need feed. Another thing you need to keep in mind, electrical. All of those components need to go somewhere, so you need to make sure they can get from the location of the new bathroom to where they need to be. So the drains for the water, wastewater, you need to make sure there's a path for them to be hidden in a wall, in a cavity. Maybe you need to build out something to then cover up that pipe to get it down to the basement. Electrical is a lot easier, but if you have a finished house and you're not remodeling it, sometimes it can be difficult to get that wire from your electrical panel all the way to that new bathroom. So right now I'm sitting in the tub of an existing bathroom that was already in the house that I'm remodeling, but let me take you to the new bathroom I'm adding. So you can see behind me, this is the bathroom I'm adding. This used to be a bedroom upstairs, pretty small house. Upstairs is just 2 bedrooms, one across the hall and then this one. So I wanted to add a bathroom because there's only 1 bathroom, so the people living upstairs had to walk all the way downstairs through the kitchen just to use the bathroom. So I figured a bathroom upstairs would be a lot better, even though I lose a bedroom. Okay, so you can see behind me, this will be the shower. The toilet will be right next to me, and then I am facing what will be the vanity. So it's not a big bathroom, and don't think when you add a bathroom you have to find this gigantic space to put it in. You can put a bathroom in pretty small space. I think this space is about 42 inches wide by 11 feet, and I can easily fit everything up to code. Okay, so while you're still in the planning stages to decide if you can fit a bathroom in your house, make sure you look up the code for clearances. So making sure where you put the toilet has enough clearance left and right in front of it, and then the vanity has enough space to stand in front of it, and the shower to get out. Now you might think there might be enough room, but make sure you look up the code so you don't end up pulling all the permits and buying all the materials just to find out the place you put your bathroom is not actually big enough, or the layout isn't correct, because you will fail the inspection, and they don't tell you that you're gonna fail because there's a lot of variables in there and they can't check everything for you. Now speaking about failing, this project requires a permit. Multiple permits, because you need a permit for the plumbing and the electrical, and you're probably going to need a building permit for the wall you might have to add. If you're converting a whole room into a bathroom, you might not have to do this, but mine, I split this room in half, so I had to have somebody come and inspect the wall I built to make sure it was right. So let's talk drains first. So if you're adding a full bathroom, you need 3 drains. 1 for the vanity, 1 for the toilet, and 1 for the shower. All different sizes, but you need to look that up and make sure you can fit them wherever you need to put those fixtures. So for example, wherever your drains are going to be, you need to make sure inside the floor that's clear. So if you want to put a toilet in a specific area, but there's a furnace vent there, a duct that runs to a different room, now you have to open another permit to move the vent. So it can get complicated really fast, but if you're strategic about where you want to put your drains, it can be a lot easier. So for example, my drains, I have this bathroom and I strategically placed it on this half of this room. This isn't the perfect place for a bathroom up here, but it was by far the easiest to put for the drains. So I have the vanity drain in this corner, the toilet, and the shower over here, and it just so happens that right under the shower there's a cavity in the house that's empty from where an old chimney probably was, and so I can run all the plumbing there and straight down a cavity that already is pre-existing. I don't have to build out a wall. I don't have to tear apart a wall to put the plumbing in that wall, and so that makes it a lot easier. Here is that cavity behind me, and you can see here's the drain pipe from upstairs bathroom, and it goes up and around, and see I had to actually build a little bit of a soffit in the kitchen to hide the drains. You can see the vanity drain there, and then the toilet drain above me, and then the shower drain over here. So you might have to do that. Most cases you will. Not a lot of houses have a lot of free space in the floors to actually fit a whole new bathroom worth of drains. Now we're here in my basement to talk about feed water. So I am installing a whole new plumbing system in this whole house. So I kind of have it easy. All I have to do is plug in another line or two to go all the way up to the new bathroom. But if you don't, I have a whole video on this PEX system that I installed here. I'll put a card if you want to look at how that's done, because if you do this style of plumbing, or you already have this style of plumbing, it's really easy. You just add another line. Then you still have to find a way to get it up to the bathroom, but that's not too big of a deal. And then you're done. If you have older style plumbing where it's all copper and it's what we call a trunk and a branch system, it might be challenging, but you might get lucky in finding the nearest water line to that bathroom you want to add, and you can probably tap into that. That gets a little bit more complicated than running a whole new line like I did, but it is possible, and it meets code if you do it right. So make sure you look that up. But you can tap into a pre-existing bathroom or kitchen or anything like that to get your feed hot and cold water. Now while we're down here, I want to show you the drains. So this pipe right here that runs behind me is the rest of the house, the original plumbing of the house. And then you can see tucked back here, right here, this one right here, that goes all the way upstairs. So I redid the whole plumbing at once, but if I was to add this bathroom after the fact, after the whole house was done, I would have to exchange this junction right here. And that's not a big deal because it would have been straight initially, and all you do is cut it out, add a junction, whatever kind of shape junction you need, and then add your new plumbing pipe. There's a lot of code specs for plumbing drains, and they have to fall a certain distance and be at a certain grade. So that's really important. So if you're not familiar with that, that is something to hire out. I actually did hire out most of the plumbing because I'm not a plumber. Now, speaking of electrical, you do have to have one new dedicated circuit going to the bathroom. It has to be ground fault protected, and it has to be a 20 amp circuit, so you need 12 gauge wire. If your house has an updated electrical panel, this is probably no big deal, especially if you have an empty space. You just pop a new breaker in and figure out how to run that new wire all the way to the bathroom, which can be tricky sometimes, but that's not a big deal. For my house, I have a full panel, and it was a little bit challenging to find an extra breaker to put there. Plus my panel is old, I can't ground fault protect it in the panel, so I have to use a ground fault device, and that has to be the first thing that the electrical circuit hits before it hits the bathroom. So the whole bathroom has to be ground fault protected, and obviously that's for water reasons, you know, bathroom, there's a lot of water. So you have to have the whole bathroom protected, which means the first point of contact, so the wires come to the bathroom first, wherever they hit first has to be a ground fault device, and then everything past that is protected, and it has to be a dedicated circuit. You can't share from a bedroom or anything. You can't even share the lights in the bathroom or the fan. Everything has to be one new dedicated circuit. So you can see this outlet right here is my first contact. So the wire coming from the new breaker I put in runs right to this first. It's ground fault protected, and then it runs over up to the light fixtures. I actually don't have another plug in this bathroom, but if I did, then it would go to that plug. Now, if you are out of space in your panel, you can add a sub panel. I actually had to add a sub panel for a different reason. My kitchen is also being remodeled, and you need a dedicated circuit for the garbage disposal and the dishwasher, and I had no more space. So I added a sub panel to get some more breakers. So this is an option as well. Mine is literally right across the hall from my original panel, so it really wasn't a big deal. But this is a whole new thing, and if you don't know electrical and you hire somebody to do this, it could be $1,000 or $2,000. So keep that in mind in your budgeting. So there you have it, the main components of adding a new bathroom, so that if you want to add a new bathroom, you're at least informed on whether you can or can't, or if it is a good idea or not, or if you can even afford it or not. So yeah, see you guys next time.